Hi guys, Avi here. Hope everyone is doing fine. Today we are going to meet one of my very close friends. He's a builder and I'm going to ask him a few questions and get the insights into the building industry. So let's go.
Hi Amarjit, how are you doing?
Good, Avi. How you going?
Good, man, good. So finally we are here with Amarjit. The interview is going to be very straightforward and we are going to ask so many questions. So I have done these questions, I've got the feedback. So the questions are general questions, so we are not going into technical side of the things. So Amarjit, first of all, tell me a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in the industry.
Avi, I've been working in the building industry now for roughly 9 years.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So tell me who the builder is, like what's his responsibilities and what people think about a builder when it comes to.
To me, the builder is basically a project manager. And depending on what kind of arrangement you have with the builder, he or she may help you with developing the floor plans and getting all the approvals done, or he or she may just do the construction for you. You could go out in the market and select your own architect, have plans done, all approvals done, and the builder will just do the construction. So it really depends on what kind of arrangement you have with the builder. But in summary, builder is just a project manager.
How can you make sure that a builder is legit?
Well, it's pretty easy these days. You can go to the fair trading website.
That's good.
And you can just search for the builder's name or company name, and fair trading website will just give you all the information with the license number and whatever or the address is. So it's pretty straightforward.
Oh, very good. There you go. So next time you see a builder, ask their name and company number, go on the fair trading page and find it. So it will show you, builder is legit or not. Like as a broker, people come to me and then the bank needs a quotation from the builder. So there's so much in the code itself, like there's landscaping, there's fencing, there's driveways, there's specifications and everything. So is code close to tender, or it might change when it comes to a final contract?
See that's again, it will change from builder to builder. Do your homework, as a customer. The more you know, the better it is. Generally speaking, quote and tender, they should be very similar. And when you compare one builder's quote to another builder's quote, you should be able to pick on things that what is included in one quote and what is not included in the quote, and ask builder generally a question that apart from what you covered in this quote, what else do I have to spend money on? And if the builder is legit, they should be able to give you the correct answer. And I think it goes back to a little bit about trust. You're spending a lot of money on building your house. So you need to have a trust, and I think that's the way you want to find someone who is recommended to you by possibly a friend or family, someone who has used that builder.
So basically, when you go to a builder, do your homework, get all your questions ready, and do not hesitate to ask.
That's right, definitely.
How can a client comes to you? How can you make sure that he's not getting ripped off in terms of prices?
Try to get 2-3 quotes from different builders, and I think you will have generally very good idea that what would be a fair price. But what I want to stress on is do not always go on just those numbers, because those the finishes or what kind of items that builder is going to provide you, that is going to make a difference. A toilet, for example, a toilet could cost you $200, it could cost you $3,000.
Okay.
So those kind of things are going to make a difference, and I think that's where it comes down to that trust. So if you have seen a builder's work previously, and if you like what he has shown you, and again, if you know a client of his who previously he or she has worked for, then go and ask them, and I think that's the best way to, I guess, choose a builder.
There are so many advertisements going on the media these days. All right, so there are so many builders offering like $50,000 inclusions and all this stuff. Like if I come to you, so what is it that I have to look in for you to make sure that you're giving me the right price and giving me the right service?
I think it comes down to what you want as a customer. That's important. For example, one builder could be offering you doors which are 700 wide and 2 meter long. Another one is offering you 800 wide and 2 meter long. But it depends on what you want. If you want a particular item, you need to go to builder and say, I want this, give me price for this. Simple as that. I think.
Right, that's, okay.
Instead of builder maybe offering you things which you may not need and saying these are $10,000 item I'm giving for free, but it might not be meaningful to you.
So how do you read a contract? Like, when I sign a contract, there might be a clause that needs to be looked into.
Yeah, well, it comes down to the contract. I understand they can be a bit boring. I think a HIA contract is around 36 pages. But I would definitely suggest if you can spare a couple of hours, go through the contract. Make sure you're happy with everything which is written in the contract. If another one of your friend or family has built a house before, and if they have used a particular type of contract, which could be HIA, MBA or fair trading contract, ask them about it. I think another thing you could possibly do is, if you can afford it, you can get an independent advice from a solicitor.
In my opinion, if you can afford it, please see a solicitor, get your contract read properly. All right. There are some clauses and something that you might need to understand later on. Moving on to next question. So now this is a very good question. So what's the home warranty insurance or structural warranty insurance? Are they two different things?
The insurance, when it comes down to insurance, one of the very important insurance which builder has to legally take for every single project is called home warranty insurance.
Oh,
yeah?
right.
So that insurance will cover all the clients basically if the builder runs away. If they declare bankruptcy.
Only thing is, we need to make ourselves secure by doing our due diligence, isn't
That's
it?
right, definitely. So I think the home warranty insurance is one of those items. Generally speaking, if you are taking a loan from the bank or any financial institution, they will ask for that home warranty insurance. So to kind of make sure that you guys are covered.
And what about a structural warranty insurance? Is it different from the home warranty?
So builders generally do not take anything called structural warranty insurance, but yes, they have to cover customers for 6 years for any structural issues, any major structural issues. And one of the things which most people may not know, waterproofing, a builder is supposed to cover clients for 6 years because that becomes part of structural warranty.
There you go, waterproofing.
Because this very common issue, the leakage in balconies and upstairs bathrooms. So
I think that's good. So now we're getting to the last part of the interview. You emphasize too much on a teamwork, a good team. What according to you is a good team?
To me, I think the important thing is who the team is within the building industry. Architect is part of your team. Structural engineer is part of your team. Survey is part of your team. All the contractors, they're part of your team. All the suppliers, they're part of your team. And in fact, I would say even customers are part of your team. So team, to me, I think that everyone who is involved in the project, to me, that is team.
Yeah. So will you like to thank your team, all your customers?
Definitely. I guess we won't be here without the support of all our clients, all our suppliers, all our subcontractors, and people who we work with on day-to-day basis. So big thanks to all those people. Because of those guys, we are here where we are, and we have long way to go.
What is that message that you want to send them, where you can actually help them out?
There is nothing wrong in asking a question. One of my really good friends, he always says, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So I think ask the question. The worst case scenario, the builder, whoever you ask the question, they will say, I can't help you here. Yeah. And sometimes, people, even if they can't help you, at least they can guide you in the right direction.
So in terms of overall construction, how can you help them? How can you guide them?
Generally, builders will have pretty good idea about the whole construction process. Of course, the technical side of things too. Once start working on site, but even there are a lot of things happening before actually work start on the site itself. There is a plan approval, plan development. There's a loan approval process. So, for example, us at Ajit Constructions, we have helped clients from scratch where customers have this land and we help them develop the design. Doesn't matter what question you have, just ask the question and if we see if we can help you.
So the bank is not accepting your drawdown.
We have had those situations previously. We want to help our customers as much as possible. So if there is an issue, come down, have a chat with us. We can sit down and we can work out a solution which is gonna work for both parties.
That's it. That's beautiful. Can you help the clients like in the costing process?
Depending on case-to-case basis, we can possibly try to talk to our supplier and see, we can get a good deal for these customers. Yeah.
All right.
So, for example, there are suppliers which we have access to, and there are prices which we have access to, which general public may not have access to. So yeah, we will be able to possibly get better deals.
There you go. That's beautiful. And one of the most important things, councils. What is that a customer can expect from you?
See, that will be case-to-case basis thing. If generally speaking, if council has raised an objection on something like that, they must have pretty good reason for that. But sometimes, what is there some alternative? We can speak to council, or the certifiers. We can ask them. That we really need to have window there. What do we have to do so that we can keep the window there, and also whatever concerns you have, and we can also address those concerns. So, for example, in one of the cases where we had a window in one of the bedrooms which was overlooking into a neighbor's backyard.
Okay.
So neighbors made an objection to that, and council of course made an objection to that proposal. In that case, we were able to find a solution where we made that window frosted.
Cool. Okay.
So there was still light coming in, and council's concern and neighbors' concern were also kind of met.
Okay, so there's always a solution to the problem. So that why I asked this question was because sometimes as a customer or as a client, I'm not able to understand that. And last thing, so I think this is going to be a last question of the evening. So in terms of maintenance, so what are we looking for in the builder?
So maintenance, as I mentioned before. So the builder's minor defects, they will have to cover for 2 years. And then from builder to builder, it will vary how long the defects liability period lasts.
So this was all from my side, and Amarjit, I'm really thankful to you for giving me time.
Thank you.
All right, and so this is not our last interview, so I'm gonna come up with more questions. We're gonna talk about so many things in building industry.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Cheers. Bye.